Hey guys, this is Kevin from JazTime.com. JazTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make this video so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. We offer lowest prices anywhere online, and if you would like to know the price, simply click on the links in the description below. If you enjoy our videos, we would greatly appreciate it if you would buy a watch from JazTime.com once in a while. Okay, so today we're going to be doing a small comparison between Rolex Yacht-Masters. This is specifically Yacht-Master lines. We have it in the steel, two-tone, and also the Ever Rose Gold, and we're just talking about a few differences between these watches. So let's start off with the first one. This is the Rolex Yacht-Master Yacht-Master 40. The model number is 116622, and this one is basically a stainless steel Yacht-Master made with Rolex's 904L steel. We have the Rhodium style dial with the sports style hour markers, which is the circular hour markers fashioned in 18 karat white gold to prevent any tarnishing. Same could be said about the hands as well. So this watch is actually luminous in the dark, so you can actually view it in the dark with a highly legible chroma light display. So you have nice visibility in the dark and at daytime as well. If you're not interested in the Rhodium style dial with the light blue seconds hand and light blue Yacht-Master name, you can actually get it in a blue dial with a red Yacht-Master name and red seconds hand. But overall has also a 3 o'clock position date window with a Cyclops lens on top of that crystal for easier viewing. The bezel is a Platinum Bezel. Platinum Bezel, it's a 950 Platinum bezel with raised numeral that are high polished, and this is going to be typical of the Yacht-Master line. You're going to see this sort of nice sort of sand finish on the base portion of the bezel, and then raised numerals are nicely high polished. That's very distinct to the Yacht-Master line in general. Also, that the bezel itself is unidirectional, so the bezel moves in both ways, opposed to the Submariner, which only moves in unidirectional, which is to the left, only one way. And the reason for the movement of the bezel in both directions is for the ability to track yacht races, so you can track elapsed time. You would just simply move that triangular marker on the bezel to the minute hand, and you can track the elapsed time of a yacht or of a lap. But yeah, besides that, this is a steel version. Nice oyster bracelet with nice high polish down the center of the bracelet of the 3-piece links with contrasting satin finish on the outer edges of the watch that make that nice contrast on the bracelet itself. Sports style clasp, so safety folding oyster lock, revealing this nicely high polished clasp blades. And the movement for the watch is a 31-35 movement, which is a baseline sports movement for Rolex used in Submariner, the Submariner, Deep Sea, and Sea Dole line, and some Datejust. And it's a tried and tested movement for over 10 years now. So very reliable movement with a power reserve of 48 hours, and the functions of the center hour, minute, seconds hand, and within Swiss specs as well, as indicated by the superlative chronofied meter on the 6 o'clock position. So with the steel version, like I said, you only get in the Rhodium and the blue dial. But if you're feeling a little more luxurious, but you like the overall look of that steel version, you can move on to the next Yacht-Master 40, which is the two-tone version that has the Ever Rose Gold. Everything about the watch is the same, but the only difference is that it has a Ever Rose Gold two-tone, meaning that as I said, the main indicator of the Yacht-Master, you see that nice satin finish of the rose gold, but the numerals on the bezel itself nicely raised and high polish. Also, the colors of the watch, you can also get it. You can get this in a chocolate style dial, which is this beautiful brown dial that matches with that Ever Rose Gold very nicely. And we see the difference in the seconds hand being made out of the 18 karat Ever Rose Gold instead of having that of blue accent or any accented colors. We have the Yacht-Master name in red, and that will be the case for the other versions of the two-tone. The Yacht-Master name will stay red, and the seconds hand will match that Ever Rose Gold color. But besides that, everything else is the same. Dial style is the same. Date window is the same. Crown functions are the same. Bracelet is the oyster style bracelet, just that high polish replaced by that beautiful 18 karat ever rose gold. And I say ever rose gold a lot. It is very important. It is very important because a typical rose gold for other watch brands, it tends to fade over time for a long period, for a longer periods of time in the future. The ever rose gold will fade, losing that sort of pinkish reddish hue on that gold. But for Rolex, they actually ingeniously mixed in platinum with their mixture. So while their rose gold is not as red or not as bright as other watch brands, this will keep its color over time. It will stay the same color over its lifetime. But absolutely beautiful watch. You can see even the case matching that same high polish, the same 40mm case size as well. And as I said, the movement is a 3135 movement. Now, if the newer style the next style Yachtmaster actually is the same as a full ever rose gold case. As you can see, nice ever rose gold throughout the whole casing. Same similar style of the two-tone, where we have the hour markers fashioned with an 18 karat ever rose gold, the Yachtmaster name in the red at the 6 o'clock position, the date window at the 3 o'clock position. Once again, that same indicator that this is a Yachtmaster, that nice matte black on the baseline of the bezel, and then the numerals are all raised and nicely high polished. The main difference between these watches, from these two watches, is that the band, if you notice, it's a rubber style band. The rubber style band, I'm actually going to go ahead and put the other watches down really quickly here. So the band is called the Oysterflex band. It's a rubber style band, which is a high performance elastomer strap with a thin metal blade as a core. So it's nice and flexible. It won't feel too tight on your wrist. So this is recently released at the 2016 Bezel World Show for Rolex. That is nicely made band in-house by Rolex. One of the things that's interesting about it is that in the inside you can see these little sort of fin cushions here at the bottom of the 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock position of the bands, and that's Rolex's patented longitudinal cushion system that actually helps stabilize the watch on the wrist. So that there's already a nice tapering from the band itself, but this actually helps it stabilize on the wrist much more, and also gives it so it helps it prevent it from turning around on your wrist, or helps it maintain it nice and centered on the wrist. But not only that, it also provides an airflow on your wrist as well. So if your wrist tends to get sweaty, it won't feel as bad with that extra additional airflow. Besides that, same style clasp, nice folding oyster clasp as shown, but this one is in full rose gold, the 18 karat ever rose gold. Absolutely gorgeous, nicely high polished. Okay, so really those are the differences between these three Yachtmasters in order from luxury to luxury. So we have the fully stainless steel Yachtmaster, comes in kind of a unique color, so the rhodium dial and the blue dial. Then moving on to the Yachtmaster in two-tone. The Yachtmaster in two-tone is actually, I forgot to mention the model number, which was 116621, has coming in a nice two-tone ever rose gold, nice chocolate dial, which you won't find on either of these other versions of the Yachtmaster. And then finally the Yachtmaster in the Oysterflex strap, which is very unique, but instead having a fully 18 karat ever rose case instead of having a stainless steel case. Still the same style movement for all three, the 3135 movement, that tried and tested movement. For the Yachtmaster, I did forget to mention the model number of this one, but of course we'll always have the links in the description below. This one was the 116655. Now you're probably wondering, what about that watch? Well, actually this watch is actually this exact same as the Yachtmaster 40, the 116655 on the Oysterflex strap. This is actually the ladies version So ladies, I hope you don't feel left out in this video, because we actually have something for you. This is the Yacht-Master 40. There's not many ladies sports pieces, and this is a remedy to that. This is the Yacht-Master 37 millimeter, so it is 3 millimeters smaller than the three of these watches. So this is a 37 millimeter, same style, that nice sports dial, matte black baseline bezel with the raised polished numerals, nicely high polished Everose gold. This is basically the 116655 over here, but just a smaller version and for the ladies. There is, however, one difference that is different from the three of the watches previously, is that the movement is different. The movement is not the 3135. This is actually, because it's a smaller case size, it's going to have a different style movement. The 3135 movement won't fit in this case. So what they did is they actually made a newer style movement in 2014 called the 2236 movement. It's a perpetual mechanical self-winding movement. All the three of these watches, they have what's called the Paraflex, not the Paraflex, but the blue Paracomb hairspring, which is a ceramic hairspring that allows for additional resistance against magnetism. This ladies' watch doesn't have that. It has the Siloxia hairspring, which is a silicone hairspring instead, and it actually has a additional 7-hour power reserve over the 3135 movement watches. So this one is a 55-hour power reserve versus the 48-hour power reserves for this. So ladies get a little more bang for their buck on this Yacht-Master compared to the male Yacht-Master. So that means you can put this watch down on a Friday evening, pick it back up on a Sunday evening, be keeping time just fine. Whereas these 3135s, you can pick it back up on put it down on a Friday evening, pick it back up on a Sunday afternoon, and be keeping time just fine. So just a little bit more power reserve, a little more bang for your buck for that. But otherwise, same as the other Yacht-Masters in terms of unique look. Like I said, sports style dial with circular hour markers, index 6, 9, and triangular 12. The thing that makes the Yacht-Master is the bidirectional bezel. Very awesome, very bidirectional bezel. That baseline satin finish with the numerals being nice and bringing the numerals being nice and raised to have that nice high polish on them, so you capture the face much more. As you can see, let me show you back on the stainless steel. You can see that platinum, that baseline platinum, really just helping contrast that high polish and making that face shine a little bit more, just because of those numerals and indices showing up. The chocolate, same thing. You can see that. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, so unfortunately I don't have 4 hands, so I won't be able to show you these watches on my wrist. But if you are interested in purchasing these watches for the lowest possible price, check out our website at JazTime.com. We have the lowest prices guaranteed, and if you like the video, please like, comment, subscribe below. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys soon.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at JazTime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazTime plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.